Okay, yeah, the Royal Rumble is tomorrow in the daytime for me, so this is quite a late video. I've been going back and forth trying to figure out what I was going to predict, but honestly, this is probably the most unpredictable Royal Rumble card in a while. But still, I got to do it. So welcome to Silo Voice Wrestling on YouTube and the Silo Voice Wrestling podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Jason C. McLean, and these are my predictions for the 2026 Royal Rumble PLE from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'm recording this January 30th, the night before. It's about 10 p.m. So yes, in the US, SmackDown is still airing. No spoilers, though. I've already seen SmackDown. All I'll say is that it was the go-homiest of go-home shows. I'm not going to do an assorted thoughts on it. Also, that Spirit Halloween Stadium looks really nice. Okay, so let's start with the one match that I actually have had a solid prediction for a while. The Women's Royal Rumble match. Okay, out of the gate, Liv Morgan's winning. That's my prediction. Now, there might be some appearances, some surprises. I do think Bianca Belair is going to come back, and she's maybe my second. If she does show up, she's maybe my second choice for winning, but I think she most likely will win Elimination Chamber and fight Jade at WrestleMania. Yes, she'd win the Chamber 2 years in a row. That's cool. I think Liv is due. I think Rhea, Io, Charlotte, Alexa, Nia, all those people, even Asuka, Kairi Sane, the women's tag team scene is really hot. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a main event, night one main event, a women's tag team title match, maybe even a TLC match with a bunch of teams. I think that could happen. So in order for that to happen, no one from any of these teams can win the Royal Rumble. Yes, I know Judgment Day is a team, but they could also go with Roxanne and Raquel as the team. Liv is always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I think this is her year. I predict she is going to win the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble match. We have AJ Styles versus Gunther. Stipulation being, if Gunther wins, AJ Styles retires. Now, I've been going back and forth. First of all, I don't want AJ Styles to retire. But I was thinking, working out a scenario whereby he just retires from WWE and he goes to like Japan, maybe he goes to TNA, maybe even has a WrestleMania match under the TNA banner, but it's still WWE. I think AJ is actually going to win. And one of the things that made that more believable for me is the fact that Gunther is still going to be in the Royal Rumble match. I'm going to do my prediction for that in a bit, but if Gunther's in the Royal Rumble match, and if he wins the Royal Rumble, that erases the loss to AJ, even if he doesn't, if he does well in the Royal Rumble. So it's kind of wishful thinking, but I predict AJ Styles is going to win, and maybe ultimately Gunther will retire him, just not at this moment. For the undisputed WWE Championship, the champion Drew McIntyre defends against challenger and new number one contender, Sami Zayn. Okay, I'm a Montrealer. You may have seen my video where I went to Saturday night's main event in Montreal. I'm a homer, and I was thinking, like, I should just say, I'm supporting Sami Zayn. I predict he's going to win. But here are my theories as to how he might win the championship later, because it doesn't look like Drew's going to lose on his first defense. Then the other night I was on social media and Drew McIntyre posted the Sammy Hogan, basically a Hulk Hogan thing, like the BS Sammy Hogan concept. I mean, like when people say Becky Hogan, I think it's kind of wrong because she does put other people over. But Sammy has never been a world champion. He does not deserve that kind of thing. But instead of saying that to Drew, I responded. I was like, well, if Sammy's Hogan, the only way that works is if it makes you the Iron Sheik. And in that context, Cody is Bob Backlund, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I'm going to go with this. Drew McIntyre is the classic wrestling transitional champion. They didn't want Sammy to take the title off Cody. because they're both baby faces. They might fight later, who knows? But they wanted Sami Zayn to have the title, and Drew McIntyre is the transitional champion. So I'll mention another option in this match in my prediction on the men's Royal Rumble match. But for now, my prediction, Sami Zayn wins and becomes the undisputed WWE champion and beats Drew McIntyre for the first time. And we have the men's Royal Rumble match. Okay, off the bat, if for some reason the undisputed WWE championship match ends differently, i.e., Jacob Fatu interferes and attacks Drew, causes a disqualification. Sami Zayn wins by DQ. Drew's still the champion, but Sami has a claim to a rematch. And then I think Cody and Jacob are going to eliminate each other. They're going to be the last two in the Royal Rumble. Feet hit the ground at the same time. They've done it before. We have a fatal four-way match for the undisputed WWE championship. Drew, Sami, Cody, and Jacob. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think we're going to go a different way. Now, there are going to be surprise appearances. I do believe Chris Jericho is going to show up. He's not going to win. I do believe the former powerhouse Hobbs is going to show up. He's not going to win. They're both going to put on a good show. I think Obafemi is going to put on a really good show. He'll probably be enter in the early teens, be in the final four. He's not going to win, but he's going to be really over, and then he'll choose what brand he's going to be on, and maybe next year he'll win the Rumble. Who knows? Although if he won, that would be really cool. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I know the Vision is really pushing Braun Breaker. I could see Braun Breaker winning, but I think something's going to mess up. I think maybe Seth Rollins is going to come back and just screw over Breaker. Who knows? So yeah, not the Vision. I thought maybe Gunther was going to win, and he was going to be my pick, especially after hearing he's going to be in the match. But I realized, no, what they have, Brock Lesnar is in the match. And I think Brock Lesnar and Gunther are going to eliminate each other, and they're going to have a WrestleMania match. So who's going to win the Rumble? Not Cody, not Jacob. They're going to be fighting at WrestleMania, not Penta, not Logan Paul or any of the Vision. It's not the most out there prediction, and it's the same prediction my brother made. I usually like to disagree with him on these things, but I'm going to agree. Roman Reigns is going to win the 2026 Royal Rumble. Now, whether he challenges CM Punk, which is the logical choice, or Sami Zayn, we'll see. And these are my predictions for the 2026 WWE Royal Rumble in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. Follow at Silo Voice Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram, at Silo Wrestling on X, and me at Jason C. McLean on X and Instagram. Also, jasoncmclean.bsky.social on Bluesky. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications to get all my wrestling hot takes, cold takes, simmering takes, wrestling opinion pieces, WWE Premium Live Event prediction and review videos, and assorted thoughts on Raw and SmackDown. I'll be back. Until then, for Silo Voice Studios in Montreal, I'm Jason C. McLean.